Hey everyone, Mr. JSO out here again today. I'm working on a knife. I got myself another railroad spike tomahawk. Let me go ahead and shut this off. So far I've just, on the head of the spike, just squared it off so then it's more or less a rectangle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw down the shaft just a little bit, because it was kind of beat up and bent, so I had to straighten it out. So now I'm drawing this down so it'll be a nice even square, and then I'm going to put slits down it, make a pineapple twist handle, and then draw and forge out the blade, and show it to you when we finish up. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, so I got the head of that spike drawn down rectangle, and figured I'd mention something about tongs real quick. This pair of tongs that I'm using is sort of a pair of messed up tongs that I wasn't really too happy with. When you make a set of tongs, the placement of the hole is sort of important to what size of stock they'll hold. And I intended for these to hold a little bit larger than 3/8, but as you can see, they just don't. So anyways, if you ever do have a set of tongs that doesn't come out quite how you like, you can see how I've sort of bent these blades of the jaws, put them up on the anvil like this, and hit them downwards, angling them down with the lightweight hammer. And now I use these. You can use these to grab onto a punch while you're punching a hole through something, or a chisel, or also, you can grab onto something that's like an inch or so. The head of that's still a little bit bigger than 5/8, and these can hang onto it no problem. So, anyways, just thought I'd throw that in there to let you know that, don't give up on a set of tongs just because they don't fit exactly what you want. They might end up fitting something else perfectly. So, anyways, I'm going to cut these grooves, get this thing twisted and forged, and get back with you. Hey everyone, so we got our spike here. Got the first set of grooves cut into it and gave it about 1.5 twists. And so anyways, now we're going to heat it up again, bang it all down, cut the second set of grooves, and twist it the opposite direction. And hopefully this will turn out pretty good. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, so don't know how well you can see, but I cut the first set of grooves in. I gave it a twist and a half to the right, forged it back down square, and then lined up my lines and cut the second set of grooves. You can start to see the diamond showing up right now, and I'm going to go ahead and heat it up nice and hot, stick it in the vise, and twist it back left to the left, half as far as I turned it to the right. And when you're making one of these, try to be as accurate as you can with it. Takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it. Interesting looking handle, and yeah, not really a whole lot else to say. It's a really nice twist. Alrighty, so we have that spike twisted. It's into a pineapple twist now, and if you ever twisted a bar before, you know that they can get a little bit off center and crooked. And when you're working on a pineapple twist, that can be pretty hard to repair because you got all these fancy diamonds sticking up. So, not too long ago I made this wooden mallet, and this works really good for tuning in something that you don't want to damage. You can smack it right on your anvil, hit it as hard as you want, and that wood is not going to damage your diamonds. So, I'm going to tickle that straight real quick with this, give it a wire brush off, cool it out, and show you the handle. And then I'm going to get to work on the blade, and I'll show you that at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, and I keep bringing things up as I'm making this video, but another thing I thought I would bring up is hammers. These are my two cross beams that I own. This one I really like the look of, and it's really old. I had to redress the face. It was really flat, so it wouldn't move a whole lot of metal, but I gave it a pretty good crown to it, and now this is what I use for, if I am working on something really heavy for medium finishing blows, and then maybe come at it with a smaller hammer. But this is my other cross beam, which is a pretty cheap one from a hardware store. And they come from the hardware store dressed really horribly and leave a lot of marks in your work. And I have this one just really really pretty rounded, and this moves a lot of metal. And I've also put a hand-carved handle on it because the handle that came on it was probably about 18 inches long, and that was just way too long for me. I have too small a frame for that, and plus, when I am holding on to a long handle, it sort of bugs me to have this behind the heel of my hand. It sort of throws my balance off. So then with this hammer, I can grip it right by the end and just move the metal. And another cool thing is short handle on there. Perches itself right on my handle. So anyways, I'm going to get hammering on this blade and finish this up finally. Alright, so we got that spike roughed down into a blade, and it's time to stop using my really rounded hammer and start using the one that's a little bit more flat. And the reason I prefer this for my finishing blows is the base of it is a lot more square. So if you're trying to be really accurate, say the edge of that hole right there is where you want to stop your hit, you can line it right up. Line it up right on the edge, and you know right where you're going to hit. With this, it's a little bit harder to see because you got such small edges, you know. You'll have to really do sort of glancing blows to hit it accurate, hit with the edge of the hammer, which can be good, can move a lot of metal. But anyways, so now it's time to switch off to this hammer, and then probably over to that 24-ounce ball peen for the finishing blows, and then we're going to wrap this up because I am burning up. It's hot today, and I've been at this a while. And as far as I can tell, this spike seems like it's made out of just mild steel. So, get this done. Alright, so here we go. Here's a railroad spike knife that I finished up. As you can see, it took me the part of the morning and a little bit of the afternoon to get it done. Didn't get a start on it until about 1 o'clock. Probably about, I don't know, 4 or something right now. Maybe close to 4. But anyways, drew down the head just to be in rectangle. Put a pineapple twist that's probably about 3 inches long with 1.5 twists forward and 3/4 of a twist reverse, and thin this down over the edge of the anvil into a blade. Drew it down, so then this is probably, let's see, that's probably about almost 5 inches. So right the exact size as my hand with about a 5-inch blade. I'm going to add some you know, I don't really know what they call it, but little designs on the spine of the knife, and you know, pretty it up a little bit more. See, there's a little bit of a bump there, but anyways, like I said, I think this is just mild steel, so I didn't bother hardening and tempering it, but it'll make a pretty good tool.